Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host Nathan P. Butler, and this is our 200th regular episode of this series. Now, that would probably mean something more if it wasn't for the fact that we had so many of those intermission episodes and so many point whatever episodes that were supplemental to add on to coverage of something previously that we weren't already probably closer to 300. But yeah, for the numbered regular episodes, this is episode 200. So what are we going to do something special with it? Well, I thought about it for a while and decided, you know what, this is the one to finally get to some stuff that's been sitting on my shelf for a while that I haven't had a chance to get to show you, that harkens back to something we've seen before, but shows you sort of the flip side of it, an interesting other side of it, including a pretty expensive item sought after by not just home video collectors, but toy collectors as well, making it a tougher hunt. So what we're doing this time is we're going to circle back to something we saw actually fairly early in this series. You may recall that in 2010, 2011, and 2012, both Target and Walmart had some exclusive releases of Clone Wars toys based on the Clone Wars cartoon series. In each of those cases, we got a DVD with the toy pack that was either an episode of Season 1, an episode of Season 2, particularly in the Malevolence and Geonosis arcs, or a weird feature on the bounty hunters that really wasn't an episode at all and just had sort of some most wanted type clips of various characters taken from the series and the films. So we had a chance to look at those, but when we did, we looked at them in their loose form. When we originally looked at those, we looked at Rising Malevolence, right? Copyright, image from the film, title up here, information promoting Season 1's release on home video on the back. We're not going to go in detail with it because we have seen these before. And then the disc itself, very similar as far as pulling together information from front and back of the packaging there for this special release. What we didn't see at the time is what a release like that came with or came in, because I had just basically bought some of them loose, and other ones I bought in the package with the toys, ripped it open, kept the home video release, and gave away or sold off, I can't recall, the toys, I believe to Mark from Star Wars Beyond the Films. Only to realize later, oh hey, I'm going to write a book on this stuff. It was never in my mind at the time. Oh, I may actually want in a future edition of the book to show them in their original packaging with the toys and still be able to show the physical items and know what's on them. So I already kind of had the items to know what's on them for the loose discs, but not the actual toys. So I began a hunt a few months ago to actually hunt down all of these original releases with the toys still sealed to show you those, along with the coverage we already had of the discs themselves, their little covers, and that sort of thing. And it wound up being a hunt that was a bit more expensive than one might expect because of one item that I hadn't even picked up the first time around. So let's take a look here. So we just saw Rising Malevolence, what it looks like when it's just by itself in its little sleeve and the disc. What did this come with? Well, this was a Walmart exclusive in 2010 of this here. Okay? This is the Rising Malevolence pack. Okay? Includes figures of Plo Koon and Ahsoka Tano. Most of these figures, by the way, are repackages. I'm not a toy expert, so just know that a lot of them are reused figures that we had seen elsewhere before and would sometimes see again. So it says Plo Koon, Ahsoka, the Clone Wars DVD set 1 of 3, Rising Malevolence. You can see them in there, and behind them you can see the sleeve. Then underneath, it includes DVD Rising Malevolence, complete episode from Star Wars The Clone Wars. DVD is not a toy. Adult supervision required. Yes, adult supervision required. I would have laughed at the idea that adult supervision was required for a DVD in the past, but now I have a baby son, and I've seen what he does to DVDs. Yeah, adult supervision definitely required, at least if the child is very, very small. But then you shouldn't be giving this to someone that small because of all the little pieces, right? Age 4+. No, so it doesn't say like 4 to 18 or 4 to whatever, like for child's ages, because, you know, adult collectors pick these up all the time, too. So anyway, it says, warning down here, choking hazard, small parts, not for children under 3 years. Notice it says, not for children under 3 years, age is 4+. So if you're 3, you're just 3. You're kind of in the middle ground. You're not actually fitting into either of those. You're in limbo. Star Wars The Clone Wars down at the bottom. And then this side, we've got includes battle game cards, Clone Wars logo, Hasbro logo, ages 4+, product numbers and such there. Not really anything to the sides except just a side view of that, or the top. The bottom has your proof of purchase and your little warnings and all your legalese and stuff down there. Then you got the back here. Shows you the two characters included, Ahsoka and Plo Koon. Okay. And it says up at the top, it says Rising Malevolence, when Plo Koon's task force is attacked, Ahsoka urges a rescue mission. The Jedi Master experiences the devastating power of General Grievous' new weapon and barely escapes with his life. Ahsoka is frustrated when Republic forces delay a search for her friend, until Anakin reveals his creative way of following orders in Rising Malevolence. Play the galactic battle game with your favorite Star Wars heroes and villains. Will you use the Force, battle skills, or your luck to win? Includes 2 dueling cards, 2 battle bases, and 1 game die. Each figure has a unique card. Collect them all, each sold separately. Wow, each sold separately really does sound like a commercial. Then you got the card image down there. Collect more figures to play galactic battle game, each sold separately. Example shot of someone playing. Then over here, collect these other exciting Star Wars The Clone Wars DVD sets, each sold separately. They're big on the each sold separately. We have Shadow of Malevolence, Anakin Skywalker and Matchstick, Destroy Malevolence, Obi-Wan Kenobi and General Grievous, Hasbro logo, Hyperspace logo, because that was presumably still sort of a thing. Visit starwars.hasbro.com, Clone Wars logo, legalese, and so on down at the bottom, right? So if you wanted to get a copy of this, what you needed to buy was this, right? Ahsoka and Plo Koon with Rising Malevolence. The second episode was Shadow of Malevolence. Again, similar style to the cover and to the back. We've seen them before. Similar style to the disc. If you want specifics on the specs of the episodes themselves, check out the original episode where these were covered the first time around. I'm going to spend a lot of time on it just by itself here, just looking at the toys themselves. For Shadow of Malevolence, we had a similar pack here with Anakin and Clone Trooper Matchstick, or Clone Pilot Matchstick. Again, names of characters on the top, angled bits, number 2 of 3, and the title and such here in the center. Essentially the same imagery going around. I didn't mention the sticker last time, I guess, but this says only at Walmart. Save money, live better. Unless you're a clone trooper, and then you'll die honorably, hopefully. The back, very similar. This one saying, Anakin Skywalker and Matchstick battle General Grievous. The Jedi and Clone Trooper are part of a squadron that is sent to destroy the cyborg's ion cannon. Anakin leads them through the Khalida Nebula to save time. As they pass through this tricky shortcut, Matchstick's Y-Wing is damaged by a Nebrae Manta in The Shadow of Malevolence. Yeah, gotta dig the work there on Matchstick's helmet. Then the last of the Malevolence ones from 2010, we have Destroy Malevolence, similar front, similar back to the sleeve, similar disc art design, and then the package it would be in is this one. It is Obi-Wan Kenobi with a helmet with General Grievous here. Same general layout there for the front and those angled sides, top, bottom, and everything else. The back, pretty much all the same text and stuff on the back, just the different images of characters, and the summary, which reads, Obi-Wan Kenobi duels General Grievous aboard the cyborg's deadly battleship. The Jedi infiltrates Grievous' ship to rescue Padme Amidala, who has been captured by the Separatist general. Republic forces are preparing their final assault on the damaged vessel as Obi-Wan and Grievous ignite their lightsabers in Destroy Malevolence. So yeah, if you wanted to get those 3 single-episode Malevolence DVDs, albeit not the best way to watch, of course the best way to watch would have been to pick up the season sets to get any episodes that were director's cuts and that sort of thing, then you could have picked up those 3 2-toy packs, those 3 toy pair packs, those whatever. You could have picked up those 3 items at your local Walmart, as they were Walmart exclusives to get those DVDs, making the DVDs Walmart exclusives as well, although they were considered pack-in bonuses for the actual figures. Now at Target, there were also exclusives that came with DVDs, except in this case it was 2 exclusives. One I'm sure is an exclusive to Target, the other I believe was also an exclusive to Target, and both of them came with the exact same DVD. And neither DVD was an actual episode of the show. Instead, what you got was called Bounty Hunters. Here's your sleeve. Back of the sleeve. And we've looked at this before. Here's our disc. Now the thing about this one, again, is it's not an actual episode. It's sort of a quick little clip that's sort of Galaxy's Most Wanted of various bounty hunters, using clips from the movies and from the Clone Wars cartoon series and so forth to basically highlight these characters and sort of a message to basically, anybody who is trying to hunt them. So unique, something you only get there, but not something all that interesting. Again, we covered that in depth when we first covered these discs back in the day. But again, there were two places to get this. The first is this 4-pack. This is based on the episode Hostage Crisis, which is not in there. But at least Hostage Crisis had bounty hunters in it, so it kind of makes sense to have the bounty hunters disc with it. Okay. What you see here is only at Target. Star Wars The Clone Wars. Bounty Hunters from Hostage Crisis animated series episode. Includes battle game cards, Clone Wars, and Hasbro logos. Let's see, choking warning, age 4+, DVD's not a toy, adult supervision required, and so forth. Includes Bounty Hunters DVD, featuring the most notorious bounty hunters in the galaxy. Right? And what you got in there are figures for a commando droid, Shahan Alama, Robo Nino, and another commando droid. But behind them, you see the DVD packed in there as well. Okay, now these do have actual sides. Star Wars The Clone Wars, Bounty Hunters from Hostage Crisis animated series episode, with Rex there, same thing on the other side. The bottom, Star Wars The Clone Wars, proof of purchase and your legalese. The top, just an opening, and then the name, again, Bounty Hunters from Hostage Crisis animated series episode. The back gives you images of these characters, plus lets you know that there's another 4-pack out there we'll look at, and has those battle card images again along with your summary. So we've got Shahan Alama, Robo Nino, Commando droids. Collect this other exciting Star Wars set, sold separately. Clone Troopers from the Hidden Enemy animated series episode, Captain Rex, Sergeant Slick, Clone Trooper Chopper, and Clone Trooper Gus. Includes Bounty Hunters DVD featuring the most notorious bounty hunters in the galaxy. Play the galactic battle game with your favorite Star Wars heroes and villains. Will you use the Force, battle skills, or your luck to win? Includes 4 dueling cards, 4 battle bases, and 1 game die. Each figure has a unique card. Collect them all, each sold separately. Collect more figures to play the galactic battle game, each sold separately. Legalese, Clone Wars. Visit StarWars.Hasbro.com. Hyperspace logo for StarWars.com. Hasbro logo there. Bounty Hunters from Hostage Crisis animated episode, and a summary up here, which reads: Bounty Hunters and droids take senators hostage on Coruscant. Robo Nino, Shahan Alama, assassin droids, and commando droids help Cad Bane force the release of Zero the Hutt. The villainous posse infiltrates the Republic Senate, captures a small group of senators, and frees the imprisoned crime lord. Cunning and ruthless, the criminal gang gets the best of clone troopers, Senate commando guards, and even Anakin Skywalker before fleeing the planet. Damn! Spoilers! Just saying. Okay. So, picking up this pack, which does at least include 2 bounty hunters with commando droids that were working with them for the mission, which kind of makes sense with the Bounty Hunters DVD. That is your way of picking up that Bounty Hunters DVD if you were looking for it back in 2010, or if you're looking for it now and you just want to get this pack. This one, though, is relatively easy to find. You'll find it for usually less than $100 by itself. The other one, not so much. And it's the one that's really kind of nonsensical. You got a preview of it on the back of this one. The other place you could find that Bounty Hunters DVD was here. Yes, a Bounty Hunter-based DVD that is focused on profiling bounty hunters in a pack with characters from the episode The Hidden Enemy, the second chronological episode in the series. What the hell does The Hidden Enemy have anything to do with bounty hunters? Answer, it doesn't. At all. And yet, that's how they decided to package them together. Would have been nice if at least the DVD was different, but it wasn't. So you could have gotten the Bounty Hunters from Hostage Crisis pack, which had the Bounty Hunters DVD, or you could have gotten this one. Another, I believe, was exclusive to Target, I think. But then you've got your characters there. Again, it's Captain Rex, Sergeant Slick, Clone Trooper Chopper, and Clone Trooper Gus. Yes, I just looked at the other package to confirm. Okay. The front is designed effectively the same way. Okay. The sides, the bottom, the top, all essentially set up the same way. The back, yes, also just points out the other set and has pictures of the characters from this one. And then it does, of course, have a summary, which reads: The clone troopers are stunned when they discover that one of them is a traitor to the Republic. When a droid battalion avoids an ambush, Captain Rex and the Jedi start looking for answers and uncover a breach in security. Sergeant Slick and Troopers Gus and Chopper all fall under suspicion and are questioned about their actions, as Rex helps the Jedi and Clone Commander Cody search for the traitor. This one, other big difference I noticed is there's a Hasbro sticker down there in the corner. Okay. But this one is significantly tougher to find. If you want to get this one, typically these are going to run you anywhere between about $200 and $300 by themselves, just for this. I've seen them go a tiny bit lower, but not very often. I was actually kind of lucky because I initially was going to spend, I think it was about $200 or something on it, but checked a couple of different ways to get it. I checked one website that listed it for sale. Nope, sorry, it's out of stock. We just didn't update our website because we're idiots. Then eBay, same thing. Picked it up on an eBay auction for more than the original, I believe, was going to go for. I forget the exact number off the top of my head. I think it was like between $200 and $300. And, oh wait, sorry, I'll have to refund you. We actually don't have this one in stock anymore either, even though it's still listed on eBay. Oops, our bad. Again, idiots. What wound up happening was I was fortunate because shortly thereafter, I found an auction on eBay that was a lot of multiple multi-figure packs of different kinds, including this one. I didn't want or need any of the other ones at all, but I went ahead and grabbed that auction, and by the time I actually wound up selling off the stuff I didn't want, which are all in great condition, it's still sealed, to friends of mine, I wound up actually getting this for about half the price that I would have in the original auction that didn't, or the original attempted purchase through that website that didn't wind up going through. So I got a decent deal on it in the long run once I wound up recouping some of the cost from selling those other ones off. But yeah, this one, crazy difficult to find. Even the figures loose by themselves tend to be somewhat expensive. And I'm not a toy collector, so I don't know if that's normal or not, but certainly too rich for my blood if I was just looking for the toys themselves. But of course, I'm a home video guy. I wanted it. And by the time I got this, I had all the other ones and I needed this one. Which of course meant that I was going to hunt it down so that I could make sure that they would be able to be featured on the show and in the book. But that was just 2010. In 2011, we wound up returning to Walmart because yes, once again, they had some exclusive 2 action figure / 1 DVD packs for sale for the Clone Wars. Now, there were only 2 of the 4 from this arc, the Geonosis arc from Season 2, that were actually released in 2011. There was some question as to whether or not the back half of the story, the other 2 packs, would actually be released, but thankfully they were the next year in 2012. And they all were packaged very similarly, like we've seen before. The downside is that now I have to keep them all basically in little jewel cases that I was just taking from old CDs that I've gotten rid of since, because it was just the disc inside the packaging with the toys with no sleeve or anything on it. Very poorly packaged if you wanted to get an undamaged DVD. But thankfully, most of them that I've seen, I haven't seen a lot of complaints about them being damaged, at least as far as being bent or cracked, so much as just some minor scuffing on the bottom. So the first one of these was for the first episode of that arc, Landing at Point Rain. So we have up at the top, includes DVD, episode title, complete episode. There's the disc, just against the cardboard card and the bubble. Okay. This one has Obi-Wan and a battle droid here. Complete Season 2 now available on Blu-ray and DVD, sold separately. Duh. The Clone Wars DVD set, one of 2, again, because they were released in pairs, one of 2 for 2011, Landing at Point Rain, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Battle Droid. Includes battle game cards, Hasbro logo, ages 4+, product number I'm assuming. DVD is not a toy. Adult supervision required. Warning! Choking hazard, small parts, not for children under 3 years. Again, if you're actually 3, you don't know what to do. Okay? And then your figures and their accessories there. The bottom, proof of purchase and various legalese and whatnot. And then the back of the card. Up at the top, Landing at Point Rain, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Battle Droid. Obi-Wan, Battle Droid, Obi-Wan. Each figure has a unique card. Collect them all, each sold separately. Collect this other exciting Star Wars The Clone Wars DVD set, and it shows the other one from this pair. For Weapons Factory, Anakin Skywalker and Super Battle Droid. Hasbro logo, StarWars.com hyperspace. Visit StarWars@Hasbro.com. Clone Wars logo. Legalese. Play the galactic battle game with your favorite Star Wars heroes and villains. Will you use the Force, battle skills, or luck to win? play with the 2 dueling cards, 2 bases, and 1 game die inside. Another product number. Collect more figures to play the Galactic Battle game, each sold separately. Okay, I think we've seen that enough times. Now, I hopefully won't ever have to say that again. Of course, we have a summary, which reads, The Republic invades Geonosis to destroy a new droid factory. Obi-Wan Kenobi and a small group of clone troopers fight swarms of Geonosian warriors. Battle droids take on Republic forces at a well-protected Separatist installation. The Jedi and clone troopers are outnumbered, but they must win this battle to stop the creation of more battle droids. But essentially they're similar to what we saw with the previous release, only in this case, much less elaborate packaging, less protection for the disc, no sleeve for the disc, but another Walmart exclusive. Released alongside that one was Pack 2 of 2 for the second episode, Weapon Factory. I would have expected to maybe see Barriss and Ahsoka, but no, it's Anakin and a super battle droid here. Okay, we looked at the disc before. The back is effectively the same layout as we saw a moment ago. The summary? Republic forces must destroy a new droid weapons factory on Geonosis. Jedi Masters Anakin Skywalker and Luminar Unduli must plow through an army of battle droids, super battle droids, and new droid super tanks. The Jedi are creating a diversion so that their Padawans can reach the factory's main reactor and plant explosives to destroy it. But they're not the characters we're going to feature, not even Luminara, it's just a damn super battle droid. But I guess it kind of makes sense that they're pairing them up to be able to use those cards to play against each other, so you'd have, hero versus villain. So I guess that kind of makes sense. But again, these were the only 2 released in 2011, leaving the question of whether or not we'd ever get another pair to finish out that arc, or if it'd be like what they did with the American Droids VHS releases in 1990, where we had partial stories released that never were finished. Thankfully, in 2012, we did actually get the second half. Again, mostly the same, though in this case you've got that only at Walmart sticker still on this one. Okay? Same layout. In this case, what we've got here is Obi-Wan Kenobi and a clone trooper, so the whole idea of, putting a villain with a hero so they can battle, that's kind of out the window here. So why not make it Luminara? Why not make it Barriss? Why not make it Ahsoka? Why the hell was it a super battle droid with Anakin? Whatever. But here's yet another Obi-Wan in one of these packs, and yet another clone trooper, okay, albeit different styling, of course. So we got, again, 1 of 2, because it's released as a pair. This is for Legacy of Terror. The front essentially the same as what we saw before. Same thing with the bottoms. The back, similar layout, showing the other packaging there, or the other available set, excuse me. And then the summary, which in this case reads, Obi-Wan and clone troopers discover a macabre legacy of terror on Geonosis. Roll credits. The Jedi General and a team of clone troopers enter a Geonosian temple and find an underground hive of undead Geonosian warriors, their menacing queen, and the frightening brainworms she uses to control her zombie army. Their menacing queen, dash, and the frightening brainworms? You started a list with commas, and then you went with a dash instead of a comma? You know what? Nope, not gonna do full-on grammar Nazi, suffice to say. Just grates a little bit on the fabric of my soul, but that's okay. And then the last one for us to take a look at here, and the last one released as part of this wave of toy meets DVD packs, is this one here. This is for Brain Invaders. Here we have, again, 2 heroes, Ahsoka and Clone Trooper Scythe. Okay? Although Scythe had a brainworm, so not really a hero for the entire episode. Disc still in there. Style all the same. Again, style the same here as well. In this case, the summary. Ahsoka battles brainworms that infect her comrades, including Clone Trooper Scythe. The Geonosian worms turn their victims into menacing zombies, as Ahsoka finds out during a flight to a medical station. The Padawan must find a way to destroy the parasite and save her friends. Buy the others, each sold separately! So finally, after a long time of hunting these, and a long time since we saw the discs themselves, now we've had a chance to actually look at the original packaging with the toys still sealed, in good condition, as part of my Star Wars home video library. A little bit more pricey than I would have expected back in the day when I was originally picking these up, but then again, if I remember correctly, I either picked up Bounty Hunters by itself or in the Hostage Crisis pack and never actually hunted down the pack for the Hidden Enemy back in the day because I realized the discs were the same, so I didn't care. Now I know that I saved myself some financial pain back then and thankfully got lucky this time. Now, one thing I would note before we move on is that sometimes when Star Wars films were released on DVD, you had commemorative DVD packs released alongside them. Outside of these that we just saw, none of those supposed commemorative DVD packs actually have DVDs in them. Okay? We have the commemorative DVD packs that are commemorating the release of the DVD, and then we have ones that don't say commemorative DVD packs that actually have DVDs in them. Be careful if you're hunting these down if you just go on eBay and search like a Star Wars DVD toy or Star Wars DVD figure or something like that, because you're probably going to run across figure packs that are listed as commemorative DVD just to celebrate a DVD release rather than including them. Beyond these, the only other ones out there that I know of packed in with toys, off the top of my head, would be the bonus lightsaber action DVDs, some more of which we'll see soon, and lightsaber battle mini DVDs with some lightsabers for the Clone Wars. But for action figures rather than lightsabers, these would appear to be it, unless the action figure was a bonus for a home video release like we see with, for instance, some from Japan. So, with that, we'll wrap up this episode, number 200. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the home video viewers.